Hey Kabab fam, welcome to the first episode of the Kabab Man Chronicles. Now, I think the internet is full of a bunch of bald, rich gurus trying to sell us overpriced courses and fake promises. I want to be the hairy, not rich fool that documents the process of achieving my goals. And this is one small step towards that direction. Who is the Kabab Man? Some of you know me as the Kabab Man. Some of you know me as Aladdin. I want to share some stories about my upbringing, about what the restaurant scene means to me, about what entrepreneurship means to me, about what creating content and marketing means to me. And I think that YouTube would be a great platform for that. And in the meantime, still provide you good value and entertainment. I was born in Tampa Bay, Florida. I was raised and lived in Palestine and Jordan. And then when I was really young, my family moved back to the States. We lived in Ohio and we lived in Florida. From Ohio to Florida. Around the age of 12 is when I started working at the restaurant that I now own. Yeah, I was a dish boy. And I learned and I worked and I slowly started becoming, I had more responsibilities on my shoulders. And then around the age of 16, I was handling majority of all operations. I mean, aside from going to school, I was working more than a full-time job. Back in these days, I was doing more than 40, 50 hours, 60 hours a week. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. So around the age of 18, when I graduated high school, that's when I became a partner in the actual restaurant. I was gonna leave and study at USF in Tampa, but the way it worked out is I became a partner. I had a business partner at the time. We'll get more into that later. But from 18 to like 22, something like that, had a partnership. And then around 22 is when I bought out my partner and I became the complete owner. And that's the birth of Kabab Spot. That's where Kabab Spot came from. Before that, it was Kabab Village. Anyway, so from 22, fast forward till now, what a whirlwind. Learning about branding and marketing and real estate and workflows and AI and positioning and it's been a whirlwind. So these days in business, it's so hard for small businesses to make it because not only are costs rising in every aspect of it all, it's harder and harder to get attention. And you can't sell if you don't have attention. And so, in a small way, what I want to do is I want to give back to the small businesses in the area. I know a lot of you follow me, and I love the appreciation y'all show me on our posts on TikTok and on Instagram, and now YouTube and Shorts. It's tough out here, I know. Everything is getting so expensive so quick, and you just can't seem to put it all together. And at the end of the week, end of the month, end of the day, you're just like, wow, like all that for this. Not to say that it's like, oh, like, not like, I don't mean it like that, but like in retrospect, you're putting in mad hours, you're putting in mad work. And you get this you get a news article post, XYZ happened in XYX, and now you're paying 6 times cost of what you were just paying for last week. And you're just like, hold on, like you gotta rub your eyes a little bit and like look at the invoice a little closer, because you're like, $87 for tomatoes? What are you talking about right now? You know what I mean? I guess you don't, but some of you do. And so I want to give back to my fellow comrades. I don't see you as competition. I see you as comrades. We're all in this boat together. There is an abundance of people for us to serve. There's an abundance of room for us to grow. And there is no one location stealing from the other. It just doesn't work like that. There's so much business out here. And the mistakes I've made and the things that I've learned, I hope to digitize them and they help and teach and show someone that is pounding the pavement and trying to figure out a better way to do something. And hopefully maybe I might have that better way. So there's one aspect that I want to address in this series. Another aspect is hopefully bringing the audience closer to me, personalizing myself a bit more to the masses, so that you guys really know like who's behind the scenes, who's running the show and pulling the strings. How I came to build, how my mind works, how I came to build Kabab Spot. How it's really just it's trial and error, how I still don't know everything, and how I continuously try and learn something new and implement it. And that's one thing I could say about myself confidently, is I don't know everything, but I know one thing. And that one thing is I possess the spirit of effort. And it might sound a little wah-wah and rah-rah and corny, but the fact of the matter is I will always try. And whether I fail or succeed, I don't care. What matters to me is that I tried. And so what this platform and what this business and whatnot have shown me, it's kind of given me the confidence to try publicly. And there's something about human psyche, well, really hard to try things publicly. I don't know. There's a few of us that don't care about what people think, and it takes time to really get that. But then there's the few that are like almost like paralyzed by the feeling of doing something, and not just doing something, but doing something while someone else is watching, a complete stranger. And so I've come to the realization it's not about the doing. It's not about the effort of actually doing it. It's the fear of failing in front of someone. And so with the spirit of effort and experience, I've reached the point to where I'm okay with failing publicly, still, as long as I try. Okay, so from the outside looking in, you might think I'm building a restaurant and I'm trying to have a successful and profitable restaurant, which is a part of the sauce. But it's not the whole thing. Kabab Spot means more to me than just a place where we cook food and sell it to the masses. Kabab Spot is a shrapnel of my personality. It's a piece of me in manifestation, in reality, for the public to come and try and experience. And what I obsess over is experience. It's so important to me for the customer experience to be flawless, to be like seamless, and that obsession goes so deep, and it gnaws at my brain sometimes because I can't sleep. It's like the obsession of over the little tiny details, like getting better plates, or like cleaning the tables faster, or organizing the storage closet to where things get picked up quicker, or having a system in place to where the floors are always clean, bathrooms are always clean, coolers always stocked, meat is always prepped, marinated, ready for service, salads are always cut, staff is on point, uniforms are on point, hookahs are on point, tobacco's on point, marketing's on point. Like it's a constant like, how can I make it better? 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 It's like just this constant Rubik's cube of, and it never ends. And I almost don't want it to end, because I love it. And it's not like I love the restaurant business. No, I love making things better. So like I possess the spirit of effort, but I also like that, coupled with the fact that when I see something broken, I just want to MacGyver it and play with it until it's like ring, like banging, like whoa, you know what I mean? And so Kabab Spot is a way for me to be authentic to myself, is to talk about quality, talk about health, talk about all this stuff, but then like actually live it, like actually have a space for like people to come and experience it for themselves. Like, oh my God, I taste the meat, quality. Oh my God, I see the juices, quality. Oh my God, I blah, 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 blah. The service, you know what I mean? And That's what this means to me. That's what this is about for me. And when I say this, I mean overall arching the brand. These are the things that I'm trying to associate the brand Kabab Spot with. I want it to be known when you say Kabab Spot, you already think of quality. You already think of friendliness. You already think of X, Y, Z, and all these other things. How does this go hand in hand with making videos and making content and making ads and blase blase? I really just want to document the process of achieving everything I'm saying that I'm going to achieve. I know that I am going to reach supreme success. I know that. Not out of cockiness or out of arrogance, but because I will never stop trying. And this is going to be a message for the young entrepreneurs out there, from someone that has been in the early phases and the early stages of everything at all. The game is simple, okay? It's hard, but it's not complicated. There's winners and there's losers. The winners are the ones that keep trying. The losers are the ones that quit. That's it. Because this game of entrepreneurship, this game of business, it rewards those who try. And so that's why I say I know that I'm going to reach these things. I know I'm going to do these things. Because I don't care how much I have to try. I don't care how much I have to work. I don't care if I'm already doing 14, 15, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. If winning requires 17, 18, 19 hours, 20 hours, I will do it. And I've done it, and I continue to do it. If winning means not only do you have to make sure you have the best line in regard to organization, speed, and cleanliness, not only do you have to have the best produce and the best meats and the best marketing and the best branding and the best staffing and the best sourcing and the best 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 and the best. I'll do it every day, all day, until I get there. That's why I know I'm going to get there. And so this is the process of me documenting that. I went to Nashville recently, and my frame of reference for what I want Kabab Spot to be was completely altered. I went and visited 2 different restaurants, and I have never seen business like that before in my life. I have never seen the restaurant space like that before in my life. Mind you, I have been all over the world. In Turkey and Colombia and Jordan and all over the United States, and I can't even remember everywhere else. But when I was in Nashville and I saw these 2 specific locations, I was like, holy shit. This is something, this is a whole different animal. This is a beast. This is a monster. This is something that I've never even fathomed you could do out of a restaurant. And so I want to reach that. Like, if that's world class, and I know it sounds silly, like you're talking about Nashville, like it was insane, guys. I'm talking people are waiting 3 hours in line for a breakfast spot. And another one was like 2 hours and a half or something like that, wait time for a coffee. A cup of coffee. I was like, yo, not to knock these businesses. God bless. I just want to do what you did, you know? And I don't see myself resting. I'm never gonna rest until I get that. Until when someone comes in and reservation books are full and minimum wait time is 2 hours and every table is full and service is seamless and tables are turning and staff is seamless and orders are coming in and coming out smoothly and presentation's on point, cleanliness is on point, prep is on point, all of that. I will not rest until I reach that. And that's my vision for the restaurant. Overall, I want to have the busiest restaurant in Florida. I want people to not only like look forward to making a reservation and showing up and eating. I want them to look forward to inviting their friends. I want them to plan their next visit. I want them to eat the food and just the eyes roll behind their head and they're just like, wow, this is incredible. The rice is so soft, the meat is so tender, the sauce is so fresh. That's what I want. And I know I can do it and I will do it. And so the realities of that is there's a non-stop circulation of things that you have to do. And so as an owner operator, what I had to learn was differentiating between working on the business and working in the business. You see, so there was a time where I was just working in the business and I was not able to work on the business. And what does that mean? Working on the business, working in the business. When you're working in the business, you cannot grow the business. And in the very, very beginning, that's you need to do that. Okay, you need to just be the only you. That is what you need to do, and that's what I was doing for a long time. I was everything in the business, but now I'm on the step out phase where I'm kind of in between, but I'm more leaning towards just the working on the business part. And so it comes with this constant like nagging, like you're not doing it good enough. It could be better. This constant like stress of like you're not there yet. And you learn to kind of live with that voice. You need that in a way. Because if you don't have that, you're comfortable. And if you're comfortable, you will die. The realm of business is changing so fast that if you feel comfortable, it's a signal that you're going to die soon. In business, I don't mean like, none of that morbid stuff. I mean, I'm talking like in business. And I know people say comfort kills, but like, what does it really mean? Like, you have to decipher what does that really mean. I can equate it to going to the gym. When you're lifting weights and you're in a lot of pain and it hurts, but you know that soon you're gonna have more muscle tissue, or you're gonna have less fat, and you're gonna be stronger and more healthy than you ever were. But you can't get there without that pain. You can't get there without that discomfort. If you don't feel that anymore in your business, I feel like when I don't feel that, let me speak about myself, I feel like I'm missing something. There's a signal here. There's something amongst the many threads that I have to pull that I'm not seeing. And so you go back to that voice. You appreciate it. It's like you keep me in check. The other voice is your power voice. I can call it power voice now. I'm sure there's another word for it, but the other voice is your power voice. That's your self-esteem. It's not easy to get out in front of thousands of people and do something that you would really prefer to do privately. Because if you fail, at least only you know. But that power voice is going to tell you, yeah, but who cares? Who cares what they think? Who cares what your culture thinks? Who cares what society thinks? Try. Do it. You've done this. You can do that. Try. Push the bar. Do that. Oh, everyone's going to watch me. Everyone's going to see. Fuck it. Who cares? Try. Something I get really excited about is customer psychology. There are so many little like tidbits and nitpicks of things that can be done inside of a location that can help you increase an average ticket size, increase your amount of, throughput, the amount of people that come in through your front door, increase the amount of orders you can put out per hour. I look into these very closely, and something that never really stops nagging me is just the constant obsession to make things better. The constant obsession to just keep tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. Just keep playing with this little Rubik's Cube of things. And one of those details of that little Rubik's Cube that you keep playing with is customer psychology. Now, as you all know, I'm working on a new menu and I'm really excited to share it. It'll be ready soon. And something new that I learned in designing this menu is something that's called customer order psychology. And basically what 99% of restaurants do when you come to order from them is everything that they serve is listed on the menu. And it's just like, just like that. And there's no guiding process. Like you can bang the atmosphere and you can bang the service and the quality and all the other stuff. But when the customer gets the menu, they're confused. The menu needs to guide the customer to a better experience. Service also falls under that same premise. Like I tell my guys, you're not trying to upsell a customer. You are trying to guide the customer to a better experience. Because maybe we know the chicken shawarma needs to have fries and goes perfect with a pineapple ginger juice. Like we know that. But a customer's first time coming into a Mediterranean restaurant has never had this food before, never seen these words before, never had these flavors before. They don't know that. So it's up to the staff to, first of all, identify that the customer, it's their first time coming and they've never had Malaysian food before. And you get that through casual, friendly conversation. And then it's on to them to guide them or try and lead them to this specific order bundle. Now, remove the staff. The menu should do that for you too. And there's a lot of menu psychology that comes with it, like little zingers, little words, little phrases that you put here and there that'll help the customer order the best thing that you have or your top seller or whatever. Like for example, one of our best sellers is the mixed grill kebab. And in the new menu, a little zinger that's going to be attached to the mixed grill kebab is always ordered, never regretted. Always ordered, never regretted. And that goes on with all the desserts and stuff like that. Like even with the next section of the dessert section, for example, is going to say something like, it's not just going to be desserts. It's going to be save room for this. And then a little zinger on the bottom of it. Most people love ending their meals with dessert. You see? And so it's a different feeling when you're a customer and it's your first time seeing these things. You're saying most people love to end their meal this way. Well, I've never done this before. Let's see what most people do. And so that little sentence might incline them to get another $6 or $12 dessert. And at the end of the year, at the end of the month, however you do your finances, whatever, that's when you see your average ticket size went up 10%, 20% just with that little line. You've enticed more people to get a higher cost dessert or a higher cost drink or upgrade their meals to combos or whatnot. And that's just a small little detail of just this grand scheme of little obsessive details that come in. Like the restaurant space is so many small details. The restaurant space is so many small details done well, stacked up on top of each other. From the millisecond they walk into the front door, there's an impression. The smell, the ambiance, the feeling, the atmosphere, the service, how the air temperature feels, the coloring of the walls, the pictures that are hung up, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff comes into effect. And as the operator and as the owner, you have to sit there and take your pride aside, take everything you like about your business, put all that to the side and just say, what do the customers like? What do the people like? And go to different locations and see what they have and come and implement in your location other things. There are a few things as an owner-operator that you can do that are going to grow your business. Okay, let's talk about the restaurant space. One of the main levers you can crank to grow your business is marketing. There's very few people, especially in Fort Myers area, very few people pull the level of marketing and yank it and jack it enough. Like me included. But that's one of the few things that's one of the few levers you have in the restaurant space to just crank and grow your name. That's an example of working on the business. But when you're working in the business, let's just say you crank the right marketing campaign and now you have a line out the door. Well, if you haven't worked in the business enough, you don't know that maybe your equipment can't handle that kind of volume. I'm experiencing that right now. So I'm slowly upgrading my equipment in the restaurant to keep up with the volume. This is another mistake that I notice. People will make food that they love to eat. But just because you like it does not mean the masses like it. Remember, you're opening your front doors to the public. So it's not about, oh, this is my mom's rice, the best rice. I ate it my whole life. I love it. Look how strong and big I am. Everyone loves this rice. No. Because if you get Betty, who just came back from Pilates, and she eats your rice and she sees, oh, there's canola oil in this, she's going to say, no, thank you. Or if you have Harold, who just came from the gym, and you try and offer him a vegan avocado brownie, he's gonna tell you, what is this, man? I need a fat slab of steak. Do not cook according to your taste. Cook, feed people, ask them what they think. And when you get the food dialed in, then what? Because you think, okay, well, I had this type of food, I fixed it, people like this type of food more, but I'm still not busy enough. Well, this is where the internet comes into play. This is where branding comes into play. This is where marketing comes into play. This took me so long to understand why this place is so much busier than this place, even though this place has better food, service, and quality than this place. And it's all because of branding and marketing. That's it. There's no magic to it. Like, check it out. If I built a McDonald's right next to Kabab Spot, even though Kabab Spot has better quality food, better service, all the other betters, whatever, and then there's McDonald's, typical old McDonald's, who's going to make more money? Obviously McDonald's. Because McDonald's is a recognized brand. People see it and it makes them do something. And so if you are a restaurant owner right now that's asking yourself, oh, I have the best this, and I have the best that, and the freshest this, and the cleanest that, and the friendliest service, and the best location, why am I not busy? It's your brand. It's not known enough. Like, simply put, check it out. If more people knew about you, would more people come into your restaurant? Yes, obviously. So now your question becomes, how do I get people to know about me? Well, the standard way nowadays, of course, you got TikTok, you got Instagram. I'm breaking into YouTube. In a few months, I'll tell you guys how YouTube is. But then there's also YouTube Shorts. Then there's also Google. Then there's also Bing. Then there's also LinkedIn. Then there's also Medium. Then there's also TripAdvisor and Yelp. And there's like 3 or 4 other ones that I forgot about right now. But you got to hit all of them every week and keep pushing your name out. That's what it means to be a small business. You don't have a $10,000, $20,000 marketing agency behind your back doing all that for you. You got to do it. And that's working on the business. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited to start this series. There's going to be different things I'm going to be talking about along the way. I hope to get closer to you all. I hope that I can peel back some layers and we all know each other a little bit better. And I really hope and pray that Kabab Spot becomes the hub for community, unity, and authenticity in Fort Myers. Juice.